What's up, YouTube? This your man Gerard with D.B.K Mobile Detailing in Charlotte, North Carolina. Back with another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got 145 5-star reviews. So if you need some help, or if you're looking to find some new tips and tricks on how to get this done, stay tuned. We're gonna chop it up.
First question is, how long did it take you to get those reviews? When did it start?
Man, it took me, I'm gonna say over the course of maybe like probably about a year and some change, really, to get to that number, because at the beginning I wasn't really taking it, serious like that until I started getting into the Google SEO and, how to get your page bumped up and get more, I guess, more leads, so to say, off of it. So once I figured that out, man, I just kind of stuck with it. But you have some customers that, I get reviews sometimes, maybe like it'll be a month after I done did the service. Like I see it pop up, people forget, and some people, they just, they're not into really doing that like I used to be like that. But since I got into it, I try to, if I had the opportunity to leave somebody a review, I'll go ahead and do it. Like, you'll be surprised, because it'll tell you how many reviews that person have left, and you might be the second or third person who they actually left a review for as far as their business. So I kind of feel appreciative of that they even took the time out to do it.
Now, you finish the detail. You're gonna meet the customer. When do you pull out the Google review? Right there, when you get home, a week later?
Once the payment is went through, they go ahead and pay for the services, I let them know. But before I let them know, I always do a walkthrough with my customer, because I want them to, see the vehicle right then, right after I get done with it. Because if it's anything that I missed, I can go ahead and address it. Because last thing you want to do is ask for a review and you ain't did a walkthrough, and then, 2 days later, they be like, hey man, he missed this spot, he didn't even touch this. And next thing you know, what kind of, especially if you ask them to leave a review, what kind of review you're gonna get after that. But yeah, I ask them right after the payment goes through. I said, hey, if you don't mind, I greatly appreciate it. And a lot of times they tell me, they'll be like, that's how they found me. Like, I ask them too, like, how did you find me? And if they say Google, I send your reviews at that time right there. Hey, look, that's how we keep the ball going. Like, if you satisfied with it, I greatly appreciate it. Sometimes, people busy, they forget, man. I send it after I leave, and I don't want to pressure them, like, be right there while they doing it, because now it's kind of like, hey, leave me a 5-star. Like, I don't want them to feel like that. Like, I want them to be comfortable with it. And if they don't leave it like within a day or two, I just send another reminder. I send another one out. And a lot of times you'd be surprised, people be like, oh man, I was so busy, I forgot, I do it right now. And they'll go ahead and fill it out for you.
Has there ever been a situation where you noticed the customer was having a bad mood, or maybe didn't love the job, and you're like, I'm not gonna ask him for a review?
Man, I've been in that situation before, and I try to be as appeasing to them as I can be. And a lot of times that I've noticed, it's those situations where the car was already, the vehicle was already a mess, and no matter how good of a job you think you did, like in the situation like that, they gonna find something. Hey, you couldn't get that out, or hey, what's this right here? Because I tell people all the time, when you get your car detailed, 2 things it's gonna do. It's gonna bring out the perfections, and it's gonna bring out the imperfections. And a lot of that stuff is masked by dirt, clutter, the paint's been, not taken, well maintained. Like, you gonna notice stuff. So I try to point that out to them then. And if all else fails, if they just seem like that type of person, you get a vibe for people, and you be like, man, they not gonna leave me a good review. I don't even bother. Like, I just tell them, hey. And more times than often, a lot of times those people call me back, and I be like, dang man, I should have sent them a review. So to say, if they call me back a second or a third time, I'm like, okay, all right, I feel confident enough now, like they like the work, so I go ahead and ask them, like, leave me a review. That's a good question though, Red.
Now, I want your opinion on this. Because there's a lot of detailers who feel a certain type of way when a customer who promised that they were going to leave a review didn't leave them a review. I don't know if you ever heard about the detailers getting upset, like, man, this customer said a review. Do you feel a detailer should bring that up or let it go? Or like you said, a friendly reminder?
A friendly reminder first. And if they don't after that, then I let it go. Like, especially, you'd be surprised, a lot of those customers, know what I'm saying, that if they feel like, I don't care what kind of mood they was in, but if they feel like you did a good job, I mean, they gonna call you back. Yeah, I want the review, know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, to push my business, and, you know, it's another form of what I consider marketing as well. Like, I want it, but at the same time, like, I value the customer at the end of the day, so I appreciate their business. So even if they don't leave I got a few customers that I've been doing their vehicles for a while now, and they haven't left reviews. Some of them on my maintenance plan, some of them, you know, they call me once a month to come out and do their vehicles, and like, I appreciate that, because at the end of the day, even if they don't leave that review, that's me at their job, you know, that's publicity, that's me in the neighborhood, you know, that's a chance to get in more customers who possibly will leave that review. So at the end of the day, it kind of comes full circle, but I would never hound a customer or, you know, feel some type of animosity towards them. Hey man, look, you said you was gonna leave me a review. Like, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm glad that they even called me back at the end of the day. Like, because some people just like that. Some people, you know, they short, a few words. Like, they don't do a lot of talking. Some people, they don't, you know, they're not into leaving reviews. And some people, they just maybe having a bad day, but they like the service, and the way you treated them, and, you know, how you interacted with them might have made them go in the house with a smile on their face, regardless whether they leave a review or not. You call me back, I'm happy.
Now, that's some great advice for those youngsters, people trying to get more reviews. But how do you feel? Let's flip it around. How do you feel about those customers that hold the review in front of your face? Like, hey, if you do a good job, I'll give you a review. Hey, if you hook me up, give me a discount, I'll give you a review. You ever have those customers?
Not too many. I have ran across some like that, but at the end of the day, I mean, my first objective is to do a good job regardless. So, you know, I'm not gonna let that review, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times they don't even leave it. Like, them be the ones that don't leave the review. They'll say they gonna do it, but they don't do it. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do a good job anyway. And if they don't leave a review, another good thing to do that I found out is stay active on Google. Even if they don't leave the review, I post pics of their vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to leave a review. People go on there, click on there, they see the photos, they see the job well done. But nah, we ain't gonna play those games. Like, I ain't gonna let you hold it over my head, man. Either you gonna leave it, or, you know, you not. Like I say, you call me back, then I know you like the job. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Now, last question is, one thing that a lot of detailers struggle with is answering those phone calls during a detail. How do you feel about that?
I feel good, Rez. I'm glad they don't answer the phone, because somebody like me gonna answer the phone. I've never been in a position where I can say, oh, I just got too much work. Like, I can't take on. Like, even if I got to schedule you 2 weeks out, or that's part of customer service. Like, that's part of, you know, my motto in my business. Like, that's how I'm built. Like, I'm gonna answer the phone. Like, if I hear it and I'm detailing, you know, take a quick second, like, hey, how you doing? It's Gerard with D.B.K. How can I help you? You know, I might have to step away for a minute so they can hear me and I can hear them. But usually when they hear the machines, a lot of them, they like, hey, you know, I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you're working. I just got a quick question, you know. Now, what I don't do is, if they want to go ahead and schedule at that point, I'll just tell them to send me the information, or I send them my website. They can do it themselves, or they can send me the information. And once I get done with the job, you know, I go ahead and put it in or whatnot. You know, I let them know what time it's gonna come, and they pretty cool with it. But when you don't answer the phone, it's like they go down the line. Like, this person don't answer, this person don't answer. Hey, I'm going with you because you the third person that answered the phone. Nobody else is answering. I'm going with you. Like, And it's just that simple. Like I don't believe in, you know, not answering, man. That's why I keep my phone with me at all times. Like, my wife might call, my kids might call, and customers call. So, you know, I need to have that with me. And I need to be available, you know, to answer the phone call, because you'd be surprised at what jobs you might miss out on. Like, you know, somebody might want a ceramic coat, and, you know, they got $2,500 they ready to spend with whoever answer the phone, and you don't answer that phone, you know, you out. Like, that's it. And somebody like me gonna be waving at you going up the street while, you know, coating that car. That's how that goes.
Don't you think that it's easy to get frustrated when a whole bunch of people are calling you, knowing that they're just shopping around, asking questions, or not even serious about getting the detail? You don't get frustrated by those?
Sometimes, Reyes, but it goes back to filling people out. Like, once I answer the phone, one thing I've noticed, and it's an old saying, and it's true, if you got to ask the price, chances are you probably can't afford it. So when that's the first question that come out, when somebody call me, I give you an example. When somebody call, and the first thing they say is, after I answer the phone, and they say, hey, how much do you charge to, you know, wash a car? How much do you charge to clean a car out? Like, those are key words that I hear when they come. I'm like, okay, for one, he didn't tell me what kind of vehicle he had. For two, the first thing he asked me is how much am I charging to wash the car? So he's not looking to get a detail. So I already know. And in that situation, I'm not rude. I just say, hey, you know, it just depends on the size of the vehicle and what all services you're getting done. Is this your number that you calling me on? And they, yeah, this my, hey, what I can do is I can send you a link to my website, and you can go on my website, you can check it out, and, you know, it's customizable. That way you see what you want, you can go ahead and book it for whatever slots, you know, available. I let it go right there. And when customers call and they be like, hey, you know, I need my car detailed, I spilled something, or what availability do you have, you know, today or in the next couple of days? I know they're not worried about, you know what I'm saying, they ready to get it done. Like, they just trying to find somebody to do it. So those are the ones, you know, I might take a, you know, an extra minute or two, you know what I'm saying, to kind of explain stuff to them or whatnot. And 9 times out of 10, those are the ones that be like, a lot of times they be like, I'm looking at your website now. like I'm already on here. Can I book for this day? Or, you know, when's your next availability? Can you make it today? Or like, and if I have time, yeah, depending on what they getting done. If not, you know, we get you in as soon as possible. Like, those the conversations I like to have, man. All right, so that's gonna conclude this video. That's how I get my 5-star reviews. And if y'all got any comments, questions, or even if y'all got some advice on how y'all go about getting y'all 5-star reviews, drop it in the comments. And don't just share it with me, share it with everybody that's part of the family, because we want to learn and grow together. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at DBK_mobile_detailing. And as always, y'all be blessed, be prosperous, and I will definitely catch y'all on the next one.